Alright, hello and welcome. Today we're going to be going over the Super Magnum, doing some test shots. This is a 40mm airsoft grenade launcher of my own design. It's break action, single shot, and rifled internally. So it utilizes the ASG 65 round open front grenades, gas shells, available at Evike for $25 right at the time of filming. And then any rifled projectile, right? So can't twist it because there's rifling. Okay. Now, why this one over all of the others? Well, as you can see by other things that I've designed for it, this has an ecosystem that goes along with it. There will be updates and other parts available for it over time. Certain parts are interchangeable currently. If you saw my assembly video, you'll have seen the breakdown, but I will talk about it. Does have holes for the sights. You can add fiber optics if you want. You can add pieces of filament if you want to act as fiber optics. You can print it in any color you want. You can change out the rail, you can change out the grip size. There's a stock for it, there's a holster for it, there's a front grip for it. So there's a lot going on. In addition to that, instead of buying at the time of filming, you're going for a normal rifled shell from like Tag-In or other companies, you're going to be paying 80 plus per shot. Whereas with this system, it's based off these $25 at the time of filming grenades. So for the price of one of those shells, you can buy the file, you can print the file, and you still can buy 2 or 3 of these. Okay, so it's kind of the selling point, at least to me. And it can fire any projectile. So here I got a peck round. Here, any rifled projectile. Here I have a 3D printed round. And in my back pocket, the one we won't be shooting today is a Reaper round because that's a fire hazard. Okay, but just to demonstrate, okay, it does, once you align the rifling, does fall through nice and easy. Again, align the rifling and it slides right through. Okay, so it fits, and that does engage again with the rifling. Okay, so can't twist it because there's rifling there. Okay. We will be firing today, again, ASG 65 round shell with using Elite Force gas to charge it. Right now it is charged, so I'll go ahead and load that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fire a peck round for range estimation. Now this peck round has been used and abused, okay, but let's be honest, they probably all have been if you've had it for any amount of time. Okay, so I will be aiming at 65 degrees, noted by this slant on the sight here. That is 65 degrees. That is obviously 0 degrees, and you can add a rail, so you can add a leaf sight or red dot or whatever else you want. It is also capable of still firing normal shotgun style BBs, okay, if you just load the normal shell. If there is enough interest in this, I will come out with other barrels that fit other shells. I'll just need to gain interest in that and purchase those shells, take measurements, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm going to just fire for distance at 65 degrees. 45 degrees would be optimal, but we're firing at 65 because it's repeatable. And also bear in mind that there is a fair amount of wind. The first telephone pole is at 60 feet, or 70 feet. The second pole is at 130 feet, so we'll go ahead and aim between them at 65 degrees. Okay, firing. Don't know if you can see that on camera. I imagine some of you can and some of you can't, depending on what you're watching on. But that did clear the third telephone pole, which is about 200 feet. So I like to use a marker because I always have one. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's nice and reset. One of the nice parts, again, like I said, is that due to the cost of these shells, you could buy 12 of these and it's not as unreasonable as 12 of the rifled shells. So, but right now I only have one of these, so we'll go ahead and reload. I like to hold the can for about 30 seconds. Okay. And we'll go ahead and reload. So unholstering again, it drops open, drop your round in there, okay, and locked shut. Now we'll take that chalk round you saw earlier. Now this is much heavier than the chalk rounds that I am currently using, and it's already been fired once, but it didn't break all the way. We're just going to fire this target over here. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Okay. I hit the concrete, but that's on me, not the gun. So it did leave some nice chalk on the concrete. So depending on the back pressure, it might fly further. The back pressure is how tight the barrel is around the projectile. I am also working on a projectile specifically designed for this that will have chalk and a tube to fit in to the sleeve, but it'll still come out, engage with the rifling. So one, you can put it in as one projectile from breech load. So instead of going through the process of load it from the back down and muzzle load the projectile, you'll be able to load the projectile in, okay, and it will stay seated, so you can load the entire thing as one go. Okay. It's also going to be a bit more aerodynamic, and it's going to have a tail coming off the end, so it should fly a bit straighter, a bit further, and overall be lighter than these projectiles. So that's the plan. That's basic rundown of the Super Magnum in its current state. And again, there's the holster that will be available soon. There is a grip if you don't want to use the holster. If you want to use it as a standalone, there'll be a grip for it. There'll also be a stock for it in case you wanted to have a stock so you could aim easier or whatever the case is. It was requested, so I designed it. So check the link below for my Colts 3D. In the future, we might be selling these already printed, but as for right now, the file is available, so go ahead and check the Colts 3D for that. So until next time, stay safe and stay hydrated.